We're in the studio.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on, everybody?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Right? Oh,
So,
slacking today, I'll tell you what.
so, oh, we got one person on.
Oh, geez, and it's not me. Hello, whoever you are. Wait for a few more people to get on here. Oh, it's that. What's up?
What's going on with that? We're just sharing the stuff to our personal pages,
Yep.
and we'll get it.
Eventually, we'll get there. Oh,
Just saw
same.
something as we were getting on
Happy Tuesday, Pops.
that I want to share.
Uh-oh.
So, oh, why is it not letting me see it?
I don't know.
Maybe because I'm live on that?
Is it on Instagram?
Well, so where's it at? Guess we'll start with this picture. Let's see. Present, share my screen, and so Ashley has not seen this yet,
Oh, no.
but this is the inside of my Model A.
Oh, holy moly. Well, that happened.
Okay. So Britton and Kenna have been busy.
Yeah, because I went to Walmart today and that body was on was on the old chassis. Holy moly.
So that's killer.
Heck yeah. Well, that's pretty sweet.
So give me a second, because
In the meantime, what's everybody else been up to? Y'all saw we were working on the front end over the weekend. Got to piddle with that. Well, not piddle, we finished. Anyways, you got more to show?
no.
Oh,
Well, actually, I guess I do. Let's see. Present, share screen.
went vintage drag racing past Saturday.
I saw
Heck
that.
yeah, that is awesome. Getting the 34 ready for Sunday cruise. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
So that was them getting the body off.
Jeez. Oh, my.
So I'm gonna go ahead and light that while we're.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Sweet.
Sorry, guys, got a little exciting.
So we did
when Ashley drove by today to go grocery shopping, it didn't look like that.
Nope.
So, well, I guess let's start an episode.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the Hot Rod Hangout podcast.
Whoop whoop.
I'm Matt,
And I'm Ashley.
and tonight we are live.
Yep.
So, weren't really going to do an episode, but I just got really pumped up. So, we're definitely doing an episode tonight.
Okay.
Let's recap the weekend and then we'll get into all of this. So, Saturday, we got to go check something off a bucket list. We got to go to the Meekum auction.
Yep.
Uh, didn't didn't do a video, but we took pictures and Ashley made a YouTube video out of it. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you go check that out on our Facebook or on YouTube rather.
Yep.
Um, you can find that in the link tree in any of our bios. Um,
And we did a post on Facebook, so if they go to our Facebook,
okay,
there's a link on there to.
very true. And then Sunday, we just got a little bit of stuff done around the house. Got the front end 99% together.
Yep.
Um, waiting on a couple more parts for it, and then that can go over and get mated up to the BP Customs chassis.
Yep.
Uh, I'm speechless. I did not know that body was coming off today. So, that's awesome. So if you're not in the live and you don't know what we're talking about, um, I just got or just saw my Model A body is no longer connected to the 29 frame. It is hovering in the air.
Yep.
So uh, getting some work done there. Uh, that is awesome. Uh, got a cross member. The cross member should be here within the next week or two. Um, I'm hoping he gets it sent out. I'm hoping it's here by the weekend, but we ordered it last week, so it's going to take a little while.
Yeah.
And then, so with that, that'll pretty much, once the front end gets over there and the cross member gets here, that'll pretty much finish up the chassis. Then obviously a little bit of buttoning up and getting everything set and everything like that. And then obviously the body's getting ready to get dropped on. So uh, super excited about that.
Oh yes.
Um, didn't even get a text. I didn't drive by there today because Ashley drove and she didn't say anything. So I didn't know that there was stuff getting done. Um, so just excited that yeah. So Ashley, what was your take on the Mecum auction?
Oh goodness. Well, it was very large. Obviously. I mean, it was good. There were a lot of very clean, well put together vehicles there. And then it was kind of a nice to see the little sprinkles of rat in there.
Yeah, there
Because
was a
there was
little
a
bit of
couple.
rat, a little bit of
Yeah.
there was some hot rods, there was some new stuff, there was some trucks,
Hmm.
a lot of the Toyota Land Cruiser type overland vehicles,
Yeah.
quite a bit of those. Um, bunch of 90 JDM stuff. I mean, there was pretty much everything from the weird and obscure to, newer cars.
Yep.
Um,
And
you know
then there was even that one, oh my goodness, I don't even remember. It was like a 1921 or 23. There's a picture of it in the video. It is the oldest looking car there, but it was up there. It was for
oh, the
auction.
two that were parked next to each other, the
Mhm.
Model Ts.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was fun. We had been to the Carlisle auction down here, um, and got to see some cool cars there too.
Yep.
But never meet them.
Mhm.
So we didn't get to see live any cars go across the block. Uh, we ran out of legs back and energy.
Yeah.
But we did get to see the auction block. They were doing road art, so
Mhm.
like signs and stuff like that. Got to see a lot of pictures, or got to take a lot of pictures. Got to see a lot of cool cars. Um, and it was a day spent with my mom and dad. So some family, uh, kind of getting to check off a bucket list all together. That
Yeah.
was awesome. Um, shout out again to low income clothing. I got to have my ironic shirt of the day. Uh, our shirts came in,
Yeah.
therefore I could wear my shirt that said I was straight out of money, balling on a budget. Um,
And they came in, like, right in time because
yeah,
it
it
was, like, a
did.
day or 2
Yeah,
before we
I think
went.
it was Friday or
Yeah.
something, but uh, that was cool.
Mm.
It's cool to experience. Maybe one day we can squirrel up enough money to go buy the $500 auction package just to get some fruit and uh, kind of experience it to actually bid on something.
Yep.
It have to be real cheap. Maybe a road bid on the radar. Um,
Even then, some of them are
some of
getting
those,
up
yeah.
we're getting up there.
But there's a lot of cool cars. A lot of cars sold for a lot of money.
Yep.
Um, we didn't watch the TV show, so uh, I don't know what the big sellers were, but we seen a couple uh 32s that sold for 70, 80, 90 grand. We seen one of the cleanest 32s that did not sell for 40. Um, they had uh, that was one thing that kind of got me was there's a lot of money thrown around, but if you don't get in the right spot, because like that orange 32 at the end,
Mhm.
that car was worth every bit of what those were coming,
Yeah.
what those other ones were selling for. So all I can assume is, they were straight out of money too. So, oh yeah, the 132 sold for 34,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean there was a really clean K5 Blazer, which is kind of square body. Ashley doesn't really like square body C10s, but I've kind of been like, hey, what about this? What about this? Giving her kind of options and two-wheel drive K5 Blazer. So I guess it'd be a C5, I guess. Um, every once in a while those will pop up and I've always thought that they would look really good, kind of the style that we tend to do, the low. And there was one there that it looked good. So that was cool. Got to see a couple, cars that you've never seen before or rare or just cars that you don't really get a chance to see. Um, that probably sold for, a lot of money.
Mm.
So just catching back up on the comments. Yes, there is dad says we have a gasser race coming up soon in Orlando. And yes, the date for that is Saturday, October 26th, 2024, and that's at Orlando Speed World. So that is October 26th. We'll definitely try to make that.
Yep.
Um, Mom says the Model A looks good. Um, Anyone that's listening to the podcast, go check out Facebook. I will share the posts after we get off of here. Um, Anyone that's in the live, you already seen it. Anybody that comes in later in the live, just know that you can go back and look at it, or it'll be posted on our Facebook.
Yep.
Um, so big shout out to BP Customs. I did not know y'all off the frame tonight.
Mhm.
Uh, so we're just waiting on a couple more things for that, and I dropped off some rear or from air suspension back for the back of the chassis last week. Um, like I said, the cross members ordered. We got the rims ordered. We're gonna try because they're like 3 weeks because they're cut to order. Uh, they don't just stock rims. So we're gonna try to make it where the tires and the rims get here pretty close to the same time, and then I will have to find somebody that I trust to not scratch my brand new powder coated rims.
Yeah.
Um, so that'll be a Tire Kingdom or a Tire somebody or Goodyear or somewhere that I kind of trust that's used to mounting a big wheel.
Yeah. Mm.
They're not giant, but they are bigger than,
Than your average.
well, I mean, they're 1 inch bigger than stock because stock on a 29 was 19 inches. So I only really increased the rim size by 1 inch. It's just a solid one. So excited for that. I'm hoping when we were up in Moultrie, I bought some center caps that we thought were going to fit on my dad's chrome reverse wheels. They didn't. So I've just had them tucked in the shop. I'm hoping that those center caps fit those wheels. If not, I'll be ordering center caps for the wheels. Um, but at least when they get here and I get tires on them, we can put them on the chassis. One, it can help them move it around until it's time for it to come back over here. And we can also kind of get a ride height. We can start setting suspension, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because right now he's got it on jack stands and kind of just guessing where it's going to land. You can get it close and, you know, so
Sweet.
so go ahead and hit us with the other dates that we have.
Oh, well, the only other 2 dates we have for this month, because I haven't started next month yet, but the third Friday cruise-in downtown Inverness is July 19th from 5 to 8, and then our monthly cruise, July 21st, if you wanna meet us in Bushnell at the Napa parking lot at 10:30, or you can meet us at the Cove by 11:30. 'Cause we got a little route.
Yeah, we're just gonna run up through the Lake Pan and pop out on 44.
He
Um, yeah, that's how we'll go, and then we'll probably come back if you cruise back to Bushnell with us. Then probably come back through Floral City and all that. It's easier to make a right in there and a right out instead
Yeah.
of trying to go across the lanes.
Yeah.
But super excited about that. There's a bunch of people, or a few people. Let's not exaggerate. There's a few people that have said they're coming, and we appreciate all the support. We do understand that not everyone, Sundays. We tried to pick a day that would work best for heathen hot rodders, but you know, if you're church going people, you can't make that. You can always drive the car to church and meet us at
Mm,
the Cove after church.
yep.
But we're it's still a work in progress. Just like the live, we started at 7 and then we went to 7:30 and then we moved it to 8 and then, tonight we were still late.
Just by minutes.
But, you know, I think I went live at 8. It just was the 30-second timer
Yeah.
was still cracking.
Yeah.
Uh, but, yeah, if we're trying to work with it. Um, you know, the same with uh, there's not very many people on, but anybody that's on and anybody that watches this later, or if you're listening to the podcast, shoot me a message if you're local or if you're willing to make the trip. We're still trying to lock down some ideas, what people want for the hangout. Um, I think we're gonna do like fun awards. I don't think we're gonna try to do like a top 50 or something like that. I think it's just gonna be we're gonna give out an award. BP Customs has expressed that they want to do an award. We'll probably do a long haul, stuff like that. But it's really we want it. My idea for it is it's just gonna be a gathering. Um, there is no year range. If you think your car's cool, bring it out. If you enjoy cars, come out, hang out, meet people. Yeah. Yeah, it's come out, hang out, enjoy it, everything like that. But it's also for the community. We don't want to just like this show isn't for profit for us. Um, we're gonna try to make it as cheap as possible. Obviously, if we rent a space, you know, if it's gonna cost us money, we're gonna try to recoup at least that cost back. Um, but with that being said, I want it to just be a hangout. So if we can figure out how to just make it a hangout session, you get to meet cool people, run into those people that you follow on the internet. If we can get some people that, have a little bit of a bigger following, you may never get to see them other than on YouTube. Heck, you might like us enough to want to see us in person. Um, so we're shooting around January, I think it's the 19th.
Yeah, something like
Um,
that.
it's the third weekend in January. Yeah, 18th and 19th. We're shooting around that time frame. If we can make it work, then that's what we'll do. If not, then we'll try to switch it up a little bit. But somewhere around January, it may be earlier in January, it may be later. Um, that'll be right around a year of us doing this podcast. Yes, and Kenna said we're still gonna try to come to the cruise, but can't miss her best friend's gender
Gender
reveal. Your best friend's a female. I saved you a trip. I'm just kidding. No, I get it. And there, BP Custom says Eastbound Get Down is that weekend. Yes, I saw that. That was one of the reasons why I haven't concreted the date. Um, we're still trying to work it out. Uh, we thought we had a place. Um, that place isn't going to work. They won't let us do a gathering of any size other than like 20 people. So that's not going to work because I mean, just us, mom and dad, and the people that we have supporting us here, BP Customs, and people like that, we're at 20 people. So, maybe 19. Let's not exaggerate. But, so we're still looking. We're still going to try to do it. Obviously, we don't want to double book a weekend, especially for a show that's been around for way longer than we have. So, and since you're on BP Customs, I don't know if you've seen the text message, but thank y'all guys so much for kicking ass on that tonight.
Oh,
I
yes.
did not know that y'all were doing that, or I would have stopped on my way home and offered some help.
Mm.
So, so after we get off of here, um, Britton, if it's you that hopped on after Kenda hopped on, or if it's Kenna, tell Britton to give me a holler. Um, okay. He doesn't have his phone, but he can hear me. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Appreciate the shit out of y'all. Um, I don't know if you were on when I said the cross member should be here within a week or two. It is ordered. The front end, I'm just waiting on. Uh, I'm just waiting on the wishbones, and then I can mount the top, and then that can come over. Wheels should be here around the 1st of August. Tires around the same time. So yeah, we're,
Making progress.
we're kicking butt and slowly chopping away.
Just not chopping yet.
No, it will probably wait.
Anyways.
So he is still working on it.
Mhm.
Thank you guys. It means a lot.
Yes. Well, and we're also blessed where, I mean, if we weren't in here, we'd probably be out there working still
Yes.
because it's still light out there.
Yeah. And also, uh, for everybody on the live, on the podcast, make sure that y'all go check out BP Customs. Show them some love. It doesn't cost anything to share it with your friends. Let's get their names out there. Um, I know her truck will be at Slamfest. My Model A is going to try its best to be at Turkey Rod Run. Um, but as soon as he gets my hunk of junk out of there, he's going to be needing somebody else's to work on. So get with him. Uh, that chassis is turning out killer, and he's doing awesome work to get that floor set on or get that floor built so we can set it on. It's going to be an awesome car. Um, I just lost all track of my mind.
Jeez.
What's cool is on the live, y'all will hear all these bloopers, but in the podcast, it'll all be gone because Ashley is editing now. So that's awesome. So, so we have our cruise this weekend.
Hmm.
Um, the Inverness thing is Friday.
Yes.
Don't know if we'll make that, but we'll definitely be at our cruise. I don't even really know if it's a get together.
Catherine.
Our monthly hangout.
There we go.
But there should be some pretty cool rides cruising over there.
Yep.
Well, at least a couple cool rides. 34 will be there. Michelangelo will be in the back. No, I'm just kidding. Michelangelo still amazes me how reliable he is.
He uh he keeps up with the flow of traffic.
He does. So, what's everybody else
Mm.
working on? What's everybody else doing? What's everybody else got coming up?
Other than Zach going on his vintage drag racing this past Saturday, which is pretty cool.
Yes, I saw pictures. He posted pictures. That's awesome.
But I don't know. We don't have anything going. We don't have anything set in stone, I should say. Just depending on what all gets here. Depends on what we do. Ryan said it's a hard break to Chevy 16.
High six,
Oh,
inline six.
sorry.
Hard to break an
It,
inline six as long as you don't turbo it.
it's so tiny on my screen.
Oh, yeah. Like I said though, that motor, I mean, it had a bad exhaust leak when we got it. We fixed part of the exhaust leak.
Yeah,
Uh attempted to fix it again, fix it some more,
yeah.
and I think it needs motor mounts, but if
Because
I'm
you
gonna
can,
hook something, if I'm gonna hook something to that motor to change a motor mount, it's coming out.
yeah,
And we're not gonna hard break it till the Model A is together, where I have something else to drive.
yeah.
Um, or at least the finish line in sight. You know, it just that car starts pretty much every. I mean, it starts every time, but
Depends on how long
it
that
starts
takes.
every time. It's you know, I wouldn't want to hop up on the interstate with it. I wouldn't want to road trip it to California, even if I took back roads. But
Not this current juncture.
it gets looks, and people ask questions, and little kids at gas stations have never seen one, so they ask lots of questions, which is awesome because that is, what we're trying to do. I've seen a sign. Do you remember what show it was that we're low income, not low income, lower class crowd bed went through this weekend?
I don't remember.
But there was a sign, banner as you were walking in, and it was like somewhere on this showgrounds is a little kid that one day wants to be you. So be the best you can be. That's what it all comes down to. Like, I'm not saying you got to be out there and letting a kid take a hammer to the side of your truck or anything, but getting kids out to car shows. I know there was an organization at one time. I don't know if it's still around or not, but take a kid to a car show. Even if you don't have kids, you know, take your nieces, your nephews, invite the neighbor, tell him to take his kids. Like, everybody, all of us started somewhere, whether it was a Hot Wheel and your dad was into this, or, you know, you've just always enjoyed the lines of cars, new cars, old cars. It don't matter. Get out, get working hands, get out in the shop with your buddies and enjoy this. Embrace the suck. It doesn't always go the way I would love I would love to blink my eyes and would be able to fast forward to the Model A being out there done. But the the building, the working on it, the stuff like that that's coming, you know, I I got to do some disassembly on the Model A. Um and then I passed it off to, you know, Britain with BP. built the chassis and now he's building a subfloor for it. And, he's getting to play with it right now. And I'm getting the motor and tranny ready. So whenever that can get dropped in over there, then it can come back over here and I'll get to mess with it for a little while. And uh, hopefully it has a real interior in it before turkey. If not, it might be on some boat seats. I got boat seats out there that
Yeah, we do.
was a possibility. Um, yes, sir. Ryan says that was my excuse for buying the square body. My 8-year-old loves helping, and if something breaks, I can buy that truck out of a catalog. Yes, and that's the thing is uh, no one, no matter how you grew up, no one come out knowing how to build a motor. No one came out knowing how to body work. Some of us made it to 34 years old and can't body work. Um, it's not for everybody, but if you tear into, I go back to Caden, the guy that was on the first episode with us. I told him, I said, go buy a motor that's, make sure there's no holes in it. Make sure it's not going to leak all over the place, but go buy a motor that doesn't run or makes a noise and take it apart. Look at it. You'll either figure out what was causing the noise, you'll figure out why it didn't run, or you can get led to a direction of, okay, well, that hole in the top of the piston is probably why it doesn't have compression on that cylinder. So you rebuild the motor. You put it on a run stand, try to fire it up. If it fires up and runs, and it didn't run prior, you improved it. If it had a lifter tick, common LS problem. He likes LSs, so that's what I'm going with. Has a lifter tick. Pull it off, put real lifters in it. Don't put the displacement on demand lifters in it. Put real lifters in it. Put it back together. Fire it up. If it doesn't tick, you improve the situation. If it never runs again, you did not improve or make it worse. But you got to see inside of a motor. You got to figure out, okay, because in principle, it's easy. Someone that has seen a whole bunch of the inside of motors and all motors, I said it in the last podcast, all motors operate pretty close to the same. They're all air pumps. Pistons go up and down for the most part. Pistons go up and down, create compression, fuel goes in, spark ignites it, sends the piston back down. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow. They all operate pretty close to the same. I mean, yes, diesel's a little different. Overhead cams are a little different. Flatheads are way different. But that's part of what it is. You know, no one started, no one just woke up one morning and was like, okay, I'm going to be a car builder. You have dreams or aspirations like, oh, I want to own a shop. I want to own this or I want to do that. We all have those aspirations. Not the same. I don't want to own a shop. I don't want to build cars for people. Um, I just want to build my stuff. And there's me and Ashley have some pretty cool ideas for coming up projects that the the Model A will offer, I was talking to her today, the Model A is gonna offer some legitimacy to, what we do, and super proud to say it's on a BP Customs chassis. Super proud that, the floor work and stuff like that, I know it's gonna turn out killer. Um, that's him, that's not me. The motor, that was me. So when I posted a picture of that motor, yeah, it was a little bit of bragging. Like I'm proud of that motor. That motor looks good. I can't wait to see it dressed.
Well,
That was just an intake sitting on it. That was just,
yeah.
the water pump wasn't even tight. The alternator's not hanging. The doesn't have a at that time it didn't even have a, uh, harmonic balancer seal. It didn't have a harmonic balancer on it. There's no pan. Out there naked, no pants. But I set it on and I stood and I was like, hey, yeah,
Mhm.
this is what I'm talking about. And I can't wait to see that motor sitting in that chassis. That motor deserves the chassis and vice versa. That chassis is killer. So putting some, you know, tired 305 that leaked out of every hole, it wouldn't have done that chassis justice.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that, he built a killer chassis, and I hope that he feels the same way, that when that motor drops in, that it's deserving of that chassis. I mean, I could go way more power because he overbuilt that chassis. But we talked about it and agreed. Like, make it where, if someone wants to trade me a blower for my Harley, I could sit it on there and I'm not gonna have to worry about, oh, is the chassis gonna twist? That chassis will not twist. I guarantee it. That chassis is overbuilt and I love every inch of it. But so what's going on mid-century? Matt Lane with the custom couple. What's going on?
Are they on the Instagram?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, just living a dream, man. Gave an update earlier. You won't see it on Instagram because Instagram, the video is gonna go bye-bye after the lines.
Mhm.
But just gave an update. My body is no longer attached to a 29 Model A frame. It is floating in the air. Getting ready to get a floor in it. Super excited.
Oh, yes.
I'm hanging out on live with y'all. I really want to go check it out. Kenna, if you're still on, please have him call me because I'm gonna stop by at least tomorrow or something. I might even do a drive by. So if you see a spotlight out of big jacked up Dodge, you know what's up. No, just
They're
kidding.
gonna hear you.
Yeah, he would. But I'm super excited to make progress. I was kind of uh well, like when you're working on something, we talked about it last week with Patina Code on their episode. Um, when you're building something, you kind of run into little lulls where, you know, are you doing enough? Are you doing too much? Are you getting too stressed out? You need to take a step back. Like you kind of get where like, oh, you get down. And not saying that I was getting down on the build, but it was kind of like, you know, I'm impatient. Um, and it's something that I work with or work with because it's just the way I am. Um, so it was like I want it over here. I want to get working on it. I want to, get it finished up. I want. But sometimes you need to step back and think like, how far has it came so far? Like you made this big improvement. It takes time, and a lot of times it's easy to get, there's thousands of project cars on Facebook that have been on jack stands for 3 years, and I'm going to get to it one day, and you never do. And a lot of that is just because you get overwhelmed. So you got to take small little bites and, do a little bit every day. And especially with old cars, the Model A, when it still had the interior in it when we brought it home, I would have, other than a couple spots on the cowl, and I mean like quarter size spots, not, the cowl itself is rotted. I did know the floor wood was rotted, but I was replacing the floor. I was channeling it, so that didn't bother me. But the rest of the car looked pretty solid. And we started taking interior out, and it got worse. And then we started taking more stuff out, and it got worse. And then we tried to get it unbolted from the frame, and it was like, okay, so this is bad. This is not good. There's a lot of more work that has to be done. And you get thinking like, oh man, uh, you know, it's not it's not coming along, or it's not going to get done, and you get down. And that's part of having friends that are doing that, that do this with you, because Ashley can tell me, hey, let's just go take this little bite-sized piece. Let's go do this.
I did check my Facebook, Kenna. I forwarded it to you because I think you're going to enjoy this photo. Oh, we yeah, yeah. Thank you, Kenna. And yes, we do trust the process. We get it.
I
We get
understand, and that's what I'm getting at is, damn, please don't post that picture.
it.
Please don't post it unless you already did. Um, yeah, no, like when you have friends that are doing this, and I consider Britain, we made friends with Britain and Kenna. Yes, they're building. I am their customer for the chassis. Um, I am their customer for the chassis. I am their customer for the channel for the floor. But we're friends, and a lot of times you need somebody that understands what you're doing or what you're going through. They're building a truck right now, and Kenna's still on here. She just commented. Uh, Kenna will admit to this if she wants to be honest with herself right now. You look out the door and you're like, it didn't move. You didn't make a change, but you're taking small little bites, and it's getting done. It just doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you look out there, or you get a picture on your phone. I want to end this and fucking come look at it in person. But and all of a sudden, everything is worth it. And fucking almost crying. Uh, that looks killer. Um, it's all worth it. The struggle, you know, uh, the late nights, and you know, Britton and Kenna have been putting in late nights to get it where it's at now. When it gets done, there'll be some late nights for me and Ashley to try to push it to the finish line. Um,
Yeah. Now that I'm on your sleep schedule.
yeah, but now you know what, Kenna, go ahead, post it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead, post it. Yeah, y'all are kicking ass at it. Like, that deserves to be on y'all's Facebook. I'll share it off of your Facebook, because that's awesome, guys. Like, I'm literally almost tearing up.
Well, there you go, folks.
The left eye was contacts, but the right eye, there's some dust in here or something. Like, that's so awesome.
Oh, Kelly.
So, my My body's laying on the ground over a chassis right now. That's fucking killer.
Yeah. Can we just share it on the screen?
I can't. Well, I could. Here, I can.
Gonna say just show it on your phone to the camera.
That's
Don't have to
so
do the
awesome,
floor.
guys. Like I said, here, I'll share it.
And BP Custom still have to do the floor, but I sat sat it on there to square it up better. Heck yeah.
All right, guys. Three, two, one.
Loading. Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's laying hard.
Alrighty.
Am I gonna have to put wheel spacers to get those wheels out there, Britain? That's the widest fucking rear end I could find. Oh,
Anyway. Kelly. Uh, yes, most likely.
10 for. I don't know how. That's 5 inches wider than everybody else's, but okay.
We'll figure it out.
Well, it'll be less spacer than everybody else has to run, I guess.
Hmm. And we went with the skinniest.
Yeah, 3 inch back spacing. So,
Yeah. 3.5.
no, 3.5. But, and again, we'll just shout out everybody. Shout out Mob Steel, Detroit Wheel Company. Uh, y'all, uh, y'all are killing it. Very nice company to deal with.
I'll gain some by pulling the body in as well. Okay.
10 for.
Mm.
Yeah, everyone else, the third gen Camaro, which is 3 inches narrower, they're running an inch and a half on both sides. So I thought I was going to be good, but if I have to run a 1/4 inch or something, or a
Right.
1/2 inch even, we'll just have to. Like I said, the wheels will be here. Unfortunately, the wheels won't be here for a couple of weeks, but
Yep.
as soon as the wheels get here, I'll get tires on them and I'll get them over there to you. Or we'll put some big boy spacers on a set of S10 wheels where you can roll it around at least.
Mm.
Holy shit! On an S10, that'd have to be big boy spacers. To be like 5 inches side or something. But well, that's like
Mm.
all I could take, guys. So like, whatever. Give me some other good news from y'all. Like,
I think it's maxed out of good news for this one episode.
like for real. That fits like exactly where I wanted it to sit too. Right, you're the man.
Well, we knew that. That's why we trusted him to do this.
That is true. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah.
So, have Britton, have you also got started on her wiring yet? And have you also found anybody to paint her truck yet? Or do we need to put some feelers out on here?
Well,
Oh, damn. I hate to hear that. Tyler and Sam were in a bad accident.
Oh, gee. They just keep getting more and more stuff thrown at them. That's a shame.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't had the best of luck. So everybody on podcast land and on Facebook, keep them in your thoughts and prayers. They're going through some time.
Yeah, not rushing the healing process. Yes.
So, babe, hit us with the dates one more time.
Alrighty, so this Friday, the third Friday, cruising in downtown Inverness from 5 to 8. And then Sunday, our cruising, cruise.
Cruise.
If you want to meet us at the Napa parking lot in Bushnell at 10:30, we'll be cruising over to the Cove in Inverness and get there about 11:30 if you want to meet us there. So,
And make sure you go check out October 26th, Flag Strip Riot 7 at Orlando Speed World. We'll definitely be there,
yes.
more than likely.
Mm.
Unless I'm thrashing to get a Model A done. But huge, 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 huge shout out to BP Customs. Thank you guys so much. Y'all killed it on the frame. Y'all are killing it on the floor. Killing it on getting the body ready to be set on the ground. Um, Everything's starting to fall into place. It's back looking like a car again. Got it out of the nosebleed section.
Yep.
I appreciate y'all so much.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. And also, don't forget to go check out Throttle Attic using the code word Hot Rod. You get to save 15% off.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Before we do, um, please go show some love to BP Customs, Throttle Addict. Uh, we have a special guest on this Thursday, Rev Limit Off Road. Excited to get to talk to him. If you want to join that list, scrolling at the bottom of the screen and get mentioned in every episode, get with me. Also, if you have somebody that you want to hear from, tag them in this video. If you want to come on, shoot me a message. My Facebook is not hard to find. Uh, my phone is on every truck stop wall across America. I'm just kidding. If you call me and I don't have your number, I ain't answering. It's going straight to voicemail. But get with me. We definitely want to have more people on. Everybody is welcome. Just shoot me a message. Come bullshit about cars for an hour or so. Till next time, guys, get out, drive your shit.
See ya.
Later.